In this video, I'm going to be sharing a complete honest review of the prop firm, the 5%ers, in particular looking at their instant funding program. Why should you be interested in the 5%ers? Well, if you are a trader who struggles with lack of capital, the 5%ers can certainly help you out. If you're not familiar with a prop firm themselves, a prop firm is a company, a proprietary trading firm that allows you to trade their company capital and you take a split of any profits that are made on the account. Now, usually, in order to be able to access a prop firm trading account, you have to prove your trading skills, your ability to manage the risk, and essentially to make profits. And that's where trading programs come in. Prop firms can be a great way to allow you to make more money as a trader, even if you don't have that huge trading account that we all desire. There are many different prop firms out there that you can choose to trade with. Personally, I have been trading with the prop firm, the 5%ers, for a few years now for many different reasons that I'm going to share in this video. So before we dive into the main content, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and all of the software that I am using will be linked in the description below. Let's get to it. The 5%ers have three different programs available for trading. There is the Instant Funding Hyper Growth account, which we'll go into greater detail in this video. Alongside that, there is also the high stakes account option, and there is also a bootcamp option. Now, I have talked about high stakes and bootcamp in more detail on a separate video, which I will link above this one. So why am I focusing on the hyper growth program today? Well, it's in the name, it's hyper growth. This program has some excellent features that allow you to scale up that account size. So even if you start with the cheaper package, the smaller account size, if you focus on trading well over time, you can grow that account and scale it up. Hyper growth. There are three different account sizes that you can choose from with hyper growth. There is the 10,000, 20,000 and 40,000 account size. But when you start off with the initial challenge to prove your skills, you start off with a smaller version of that account. So for the 10,000, you actually start with a 5,000 evaluation funding capital. With the 20,000, you start with 10, and with the 40,000, you start with 20. If you succeed in passing the challenge, then you access the full amount of that account size. But what exactly is this challenge that I'm talking about? Well, in order to pass the challenge, first you have to respect the rules. Mainly the stop out level. There is a cap on the account size which is set at 6%. That means that if you hit 6% max loss when you're trading, that you essentially blow up that account and you have to pay and start again. How can you avoid that stop out level? Well, obviously you can trade well, you can trade your proven strategy that you know works, and more importantly, you can focus on your risk management, mainly how much you can be comfortable risking per trade. If you have got a 6% max loss, then you don't really want to risk 1% per trade because you have 6 consecutive losers and you blow that account size up. It's up to you to determine what is your best risk level. For example, if you risk 0.6% per trade, then you have up to 10 chances, 10 losers before you hit that max loss. Moving on, there is a daily pause of 3%. So if you hit a 3% max loss in a day, they will pause your account. This is brilliant to help you to navigate the messy realms of trading emotions and trading psychology to allow yourself to get under control before you carry on. But more importantly, we've looked at the risk. How do you actually pass the challenge? Well, you need to hit the target, the profit target, which is set at 10%. So you need to make 10% profits on that account to be able to pass. Once you do that, you access the full amount of capital. You can start to withdraw some of that profit and you can continue making more profit. And every time you hit another 10%, you can scale up, which we will look at in just a moment. One of the best features of this program and what makes it, in my opinion, the best on the market for traders is the unlimited time limit that is available to pass the challenge. Most prop firms will give you a time limit to pass the program, and usually this can be as tight as 1 month, whereas the 5%ers give you an unlimited amount of time to pass. This is amazing because it really takes the pressure out of your trading and allows you to focus on making the best trading decisions. And for those of you who want to know how much leverage you can get on the account, it's set at 1 to 30. So essentially you will have 30 times the buying power for the account. But if you are focusing on managing your risk correctly, then you won't want to borrow too much anyway. So this is more than enough leverage to trade. And before we move on to what trading instruments you can access, access, as you can see, each of these packages have a one-time fee. So the smallest of the account sizes, the 10,000, costs $260 to carry out the challenge, and the largest of the account sizes, which is the one I'm currently enrolled into, the 40,000, costs $850 to take the challenge. Let's look at the finer details now for hypergrowth. Firstly, what trading assets are available to trade? Well, you can access the Forex currency pairs, metals, and also indices. Holding trades over the weekend is allowed, and also trading over news release is allowed. Apart from bracket strategies, which you can find out more about in the terms and conditions. There are no minimum days or minimum trades required in order to pass. And if you're wondering what trading platform you can use to actually trade with the 5%ers, it is the MetaTrader 5 platform that you can use on your laptop or also on the Handy app on your mobile phone. You may be wondering, when do you get paid? If you pass that account and you want to withdraw your profits, when do you get paid? There is a 14-day payout period, which means after you receive your funded account, you have to wait 14 days, and then it is a 14-day cycle. So if you want to, you can get paid every 14 days if you have profits that you can withdraw. And it's also important to note that although there is an unlimited amount of time to be able to pass the challenge, they still want you to use the account. It has to remain active, and so you have to actually place a trade at least once in a 21-day period. If accounts have been inactive for more than 21 days, then they become expired and you have to repeat the process, buy the account and try again. Now, this is my favorite part of the hypergrowth program, and again, what makes it one of the best in the industry in my opinion, and that is the growth plan, because it allows you once again to focus on the most important part of trading, which is your trading, your performance, your execution, your plan. When you can trade effectively with the hypergrowth program, you can scale it up and you can grow that account, and you can grow it all the way up to $4 million. Check it out for yourself. Starting with the $40,000 account size, once you hit that first profit target at 10%, making $2,000, you can withdraw a 50% payout and your account is scaled up to $40,000. Then it is a repeating process. Every time you hit 10% in profits, your account size is doubled. So you hit 10%, it's doubled from $40,000 to $80,000. You hit 10%, it's doubled from $80,000 to $160,000, and so on until you've scaled it up to the maximum account size, which is $4 million. As you can see on the right hand side here, as you scale up that account, you are also increasing the percentage payout that you are able to receive from that account. So the longer that you are able to trade effectively, the more profit that you make, the larger your account size becomes, and the higher the payout you receive in return. It's a win-win situation. There are also some bonuses available with this program, which usually come in the form of hub credits. So you can use those to basically discount any further purchases if you want to take out another account with the 5%ers. Finally, you may be wondering if you can use an EA in the trading program, and you can, but there are a couple of rules. So you cannot use an EA to copy trade someone else's strategy. It's got to be your own strategy, and you cannot use it to perform arbitrage trading. More information on that can be found on their website, and if you want to have a go at the program for yourself, once again there is a link below in the description where you can sign up and have a go. So we've looked at some of the good. What are some of the bad points of this program? It can't all be good, right? Well, one of the bad things about not only this program but prop firms in general comes down to the risk. As we said before, there is a 6% max stop out on the account, which essentially means that even though taking the largest account size, for example, of $40,000, even though you can access the $40,000 account size, because you are limited to a 6% stop out, that actually limits that account size down to $2,400. So if you wanted to manage your risk effectively, if you want to risk 1% per trade, you should base that on a $2,400 account rather than $40,000. That's if you want to follow a really precise risk management strategy. In my opinion, if you are in a position where you feel ready to try prop trading, usually this means that you have a proven trading strategy that works. Then you also need to have a strict risk management plan to be able to trade a prop firm account. Personally, I work out how many trades I feel comfortable losing before I hit that max loss. And so the max loss on the account is 6%. I choose to risk 0.3% per trade because that gives me 20 losing trades before I hit that max loss. And for me, the chances of hitting that are rather slim. And as I build my account into profit, I can risk more. That's my personal trading risk management strategy. You have to find your own. Another bad point about this program with the 5%ers could be the limited software. It only uses MT5, MetaTrader 5. This hasn't been a bad point for me personally because that's the platform I used to trade on anyway, so I don't notice that. But there are some traders out there that prefer alternative software such as CTrader, and at the moment it's not something that they offer. And one final point that may be playing on your mind could be the fact that it is a larger profit target of 10% against a tighter stop loss of 6%. While this is the type of account that you are trading, the hyper growth, this is how it works. It focuses on the long run, it focuses on managing risk and ultimately scaling up over time. If you want something that could maybe bring you bigger rewards sooner, then maybe the high stakes challenge is better suited with a smaller profit target of 8% and a max loss of 10%. It just comes down to your individual trading style. But hopefully this video has given you something to think about. If you feel ready to have a go with the 5%ers, there is a link in the description below, and they're definitely a company that I recommend. If you've enjoyed this video, if it's helped you out, help me out in return by smashing the like button. Drop us a comment below if you've got any questions, and I will catch you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.